country. So they're onto something there. They got it right.
Yeah, I mean, I was afraid to take my kids to Disneyland to think that they would forget or not even know those memories at such a young age. But I guess not. I mean, these memories are made.
Especially with those priceless photos and videos.
That's right.
Plenty more ahead on NBC this morning, and here's a look at what's ahead on the third hour of Today.
This morning on the third hour of Today, figure skating legend Tara Lipinski opens up in a very personal conversation. Then a Halloween style file, costume ideas for the whole family, and our series Life Lessons, how to tap into your hidden potential. That's all coming up this morning on the third hour of Today.
That's a lot to learn there. Life lessons and how to tap into your hidden potential. That's a lot to learn. Today's show offering it all. Thanks for watching early today. I'm Philip Mena.
And I'm Francis Rivera. Have a great Wednesday. See you tomorrow morning.
Brownsville. Thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
Car wreck? When you get Hughes & Coleman, it can make a big difference. Here's what I mean. Insurance offer, $3,000. Our result, $156,000. Insurance offer, $0. Our result, $385,000. Insurance offer, $300,000. Our result, $1 million. After an accident, if you want to get the money you deserve, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story. And like people think y'all look alike, you can be our son.
I love Jennifer.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
Hi, I'm Alex with the band Whitmore for some futuristic karma.
Catch us this week on Marquee Backstage.
It's Wednesday. We're rolling halfway through the work week. I'm tracking more pleasant weather to continue and temperatures unseasonably warm. I'm also expecting a cool down on the way. I'll show you when we can expect that cool down in your 7-day forecast. News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise, it's about that time of year again when respiratory illnesses are on the rise as temperatures are falling. We'll hear from doctors on how you can keep yourself healthy this winter. Then we'll hear the story of how one local veteran served our country in Vietnam and discover how it says it changed his life in this week's Voices of Honor. Plus, with Halloween right around the corner, we'll see what you can do to keep yourself and your kids safe while trick-or-treating. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning and thank you for joining us on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Tommy Modesto. Let's start off with our top story. A male juvenile is facing several charges after Franklin police say he was on the Franklin Simpson High School campus with a gun. Franklin police say they got a call around 2 p.m. that a Hispanic male wearing khakis and a red hat was carrying a gun outside of the school. The high school and middle schools were both placed on lockdown as a precaution. The suspect was later found on Cherry Street with the weapon and was taken into custody. Officers performed a walkthrough in both schools and the West Campus before lifting the lockdown. An increased police presence was also seen during dismissal. The juvenile is facing charges of possession of weapons on school property, possession of marijuana, and criminal trespassing. And staying in Simpson County, big developments are now on the way. Governor Andy Beshear announced a multi-million-dollar tourism project bringing a new entertainment destination to Simpson County. The $33.8 million project will fund the construction of the Dine and Play Social House. This will not only create 163 new jobs, but also a family-friendly entertainment spot. Along with a new hotel, families can look forward to a new bowling alley and arcade, mini golf, axe throwing, as well as a rentable event space and a new restaurant. The complex is expected to be completed by 2026. And fans of the Franklin staple Frosty Freeze, you're going to want to listen up. There's now a new location in Bowling Green right across from Mitch McConnell Park. Right now, the small business is operating out of a food truck and only running 10 to 2 every day. But there are plans to eventually bring a nightside service until 8 p.m. The restaurant is one of the first to move into the area that is supposed to soon be developed after recently being rezoned.
I love what the city's committed to do across the street with the bridge and the future park for the improvements and the parking spaces that are coming across the street here. They've done a great job cleaning up this side of town.
Frosty Freeze is currently serving a smaller menu than at the parent location in Franklin, with hopes to bring a full menu if interest in the business continues. And I want to turn now to a local organization that helps people get back on their feet. And if you're looking to have some fun for a great cause, Room in the Inn is working to organize their 3rd annual Bingo Night fundraiser. The event started back in 2020 to help raise money for the nonprofit that works to help keep people off the streets. Tickets are currently live on their website, roomintheinnbg.org. One of the board members we spoke to encourages everyone to come out to the Charleston in Bowling Green on November 5th for the event.
And it's just a fun night, and everybody loves it. It's super laid back, you know, casual attire, and we just hang out, play bingo, eat, drink, and be merry.
Again, tickets are available on the Room in the Inn website, and the date to save is November 5th at the Charleston, starting at 5 p.m. And now let's look at your top stories. I'm now going to send it over to meteorologist Darius Mack for a check of your forecast. Darius?
Thanks, Tommy. And temperatures this morning are currently into the 60s and 50s out there. News 4 meteorologist Darius Mack here, and we're tracking those numbers. On the mild side this morning, it is going to remain mild as we go throughout the day today. Those winds are flowing in from the south. We got a bit of a modest breeze out there, right around the 5-mile-an-hour range, and even a 10-mile-an-hour breeze there into Butler County. And as far as radar is concerned, we're staying dry here locally in the Bowling Green area. Towards the Ohio River, you may be running into some showers. There towards Evansville, maybe a few light sprinkles, but otherwise, really, we're going to continue to stay dry. We're locked under a ridge pattern, so that's really keeping things dry for us, and you're noticing a lot of the rain really kind of just riding around that ridge of high pressure. That's going to be the case as we go throughout most of the week, but I am going to be tracking some changes that arrive this weekend. In fact, some big changes that drop in, especially late weekend and into early next week. But meanwhile, today, temperatures are going to be into the 70s. We've got a mix of sun and clouds, more clouds at times as we go throughout this afternoon. Temperatures into the upper 70s. Weather on the 4th is brought to you by Deborah Bose, attorneys at law.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan makes starting a claim easy. You don't even have to leave your couch. Done. Just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. Now back to this.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
Get a little spooky at the inaugural Pumpkin 5K Run and Walk, October 28th at Buchanan Park. Come out and enjoy character meet and greets, bouncy houses, food trucks, and cheer runners on. For more info, visit warrenpl.org.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise, and you're left searching for answers. Call us at Hughes & Coleman for a free consultation. If your loved one suffered a serious injury or untimely death while in a nursing home, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. Standing up for your loved ones is what matters now.
When we hear that sound, the competition is on.
12,400. Whoa, he's betting everything.
The stakes are high. The clock is ticking.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 6 on WNKY, NBC 40.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise. It's 7 minutes past the hour, and now time for Living Well, brought to you by Spring Hill Pharmacy. The first signs of respiratory virus season are just now starting to show in the United States, but the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is forecasting this fall and winter to be just as bad as last year when it comes to respiratory illness and hospitalizations. In today's Health Minute, News 40's Morgan Hoover has more on what's being predicted and how you can protect yourself now.
Right now, respiratory virus levels are relatively low in the U.S. overall, but the CDC is forecasting this season will be similar to the last one, which saw hospitals fuller than at any other point in the pandemic, and worse than pre-pandemic years.
Time to getting into the hospital and getting that life-saving care can be delayed, and that can cost lives.
At the peak of this respiratory virus season, CDC forecasts show there could be between 15 and 25 new weekly hospitalizations for every 100,000 people in the U.S. COVID-19 will probably account for half of those new hospitalizations, with flu and RSV combined accounting for the other half. To help prevent getting you or those around you sick, wash hands frequently. Sanitize high-touch areas. And if you're not feeling well, stay home. If you have to go out, wear a mask and get tested, says Dr. Kristen England with Cleveland Clinic.
Not only for COVID, but also for influenza. Remember, we've got medications that we can use to treat both of these viruses if caught early.
Experts say everyone ages 6 months and older should get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and this season's flu shot. And the RSV vaccine is recommended for those who are most vulnerable for severe disease. England says now's the time to get those shots.
It takes 2 weeks for any of these vaccines to really become effective in our bodies. It doesn't happen overnight.
For WNKY News 40, I'm Morgan Hoover.
The Environmental Protection Agency wants to ban a harmful chemical often found in our drinking water. Commonly called TCE, it's a ubiquitous contaminant. It's in up to 18% of U.S. drinking water, according to federal data, and it's linked to health concerns like cancer, Parkinson's, and liver disease. That's why the EPA wants it phased out of consumer products and most commercial uses. It's often found in metal degreasers, paints, refrigerants, and some auto products. The EPA is inviting the public to weigh in on this issue. And coming up next on News 40 Sunrise, we'll honor one local veteran and their decision to serve our country in this week's Voices of Honor.
Plus, pleasantly warm temperatures continue. There are some changes that show up in the 7-day forecast. I'll have that forecast in just a few minutes.
Wherever you are, we are with you. Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Car wreck? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Insurance companies are making it tougher than ever for car accident victims, charging higher premiums and then trying to shortchange you on your injury claim. But no matter what they do, one fact remains. On average, car accident victims with a lawyer get over 3 times more money than those without one. Now that you know the facts, don't settle for less. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
The Barren River District Health Department is the place to go for your essential healthcare needs. Barren River Health offers immunizations, STD, pregnancy, and lead testing, as well as WIC benefits, tuberculosis care, and more. Clinic locations are available in Barren, Butler, Edmondson, Hart, Logan, Metcalfe, Simpson, and Warren counties. Call to schedule an appointment today.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
Wherever you are, we are with you.
Bobby Dossie joined the military in the middle of the Vietnam War. His career in the Air Force covered everything from aviation mechanics to pastel colors. He is this week's Voices of Honor, brought to you by Hospice Health.
I was drafted, and then instead of waiting to go in for the draft, I volunteered and went in the Air Force because I thought maybe it would be the lesser of the evils, or whatever you might want to call it. I went in 1966. Vietnam was wide open, everybody knows that. I wound up in San Antonio, Texas in boot camp. It was 110 degrees every day I was there. The humidity was 95 to 100, and it rained every day. And it got down to 55 at night out in that desert. And then I went from there to Wichita Falls to a technical school. I was stationed in Hawaii for 2 years, Hickam Field. I learned about the C-97, and they told us when we graduated, and I'm serious, they told us when we graduated to forget everything we had learned because the C-97 was obsolete. And they sent me overseas to work on the C-141. And when I got there, it is the dirtiest, nastiest thing that you ever saw. So I cross-trained to the C-130. They had just started building them, and I cross-trained to that because it appealed to me. I sent back to Gunner Air Force Base in Alabama and got the ECI course, and I trained on the C-130. The biggest surprise I had was being able to learn the engine on the C-130 with no help. I didn't have another person there that knew it. That's how I became an instructor, because they had no one else there that knew anything about the C-130 because it was a relatively new aircraft. I was on what they call an airman's council, and I met with the general, the squadron commander, once a month. There was 4 or 5 of us. And what we were doing was making every effort that we could to improve the morale there at Hickam and the other places where we went. I went all over the South Pacific. I went to the Philippines, Guam, Taipei, Taiwan, Japan, Okinawa. We got to where they could paint the rooms in the barracks a pastel color. It didn't have to, all of them didn't have to be gunmetal grays. And we got refrigerators in there so they could have sodas, and they wanted their beer. I felt like that it was my duty as much as anyone else's to serve the country. If you want to go in there and do your best, you can get ahead. Of course, everybody's military career is different. It's just individual as you are. I made staff sergeant in just about 3 years. And again, that's almost unheard of. And so, no, I didn't, I never did regret joining the Air Force. And don't today.
It's time for first full check of your forecast on this Wednesday. We're rolling halfway through the work week and still tracking pleasantly warm temperatures that are in store for us today. Temperatures running milder this morning compared to yesterday morning. We're already seeing numbers right around 60 degrees out there. It's clear on radar, at least locally in the area. Seeing some rain, though, across the north and west. This is actually working its way around a ridge pattern that is pretty much keeping the rain at least away from us. That's why we've been seeing a lot of the rain kind of just moving north and west and away from the area. But we're going to eventually watch that ridge pattern break apart later this week and bring us some changes. As far as things go right now, though, I did mention temperatures right around 60 degrees out there. It's 60 in Bowling Green, Woodbury, Greenville, Hartford there in Ohio County at 60. Dew points in the 40s, so we got dry air that is in place out there. Winds flowing in from the south, generally a modest breeze right on the 5 to 10 mile an hour range. Check out the big picture. We got a winter storm that's into Montana, North Dakota there towards Wyoming. You're also looking at there towards Seattle. This is all associated with 2 waves of low pressure there. We're not expecting any wintry weather, but it's just something to point out. There's a big winter storm that's happening in parts of the states right now. Again, areas towards our north and west especially still dealing with a lot of that rain, all due to the fact that we got kind of this ridge pattern. And what that's doing with these storms is these storms are pretty much riding along this ridge pattern. But as this ridge slowly starts to break apart, you're going to notice that those rain chances are going to eventually creep in from west to east for us, especially at least by Friday and in store for the weekend. Fall foliage map updated by Explore Fall. Again, colors, we're looking at low to little to no color, at least according to this map, but I am telling you that I've been seeing a lot of colors on those trees. And if you have any cool photos to share with us, be sure to send those in, whether at WNKY.com or just be sure to just tag me on Twitter at DariusWNKY. High temperature trends over the next 7 days. We are going to stay pleasantly warm as we go over the next stretch of days. Temperatures into the 70s. And then we're going to watch those numbers drop. Notice into next week, Monday, high of 59, and then could be talking about some bone chilly temperatures for Halloween. Here's your futurecast as we go throughout the day today. We got those clouds that will increase, but we'll also have some filtered sunshine in the mix. Temperatures again will be into the upper 70s. Wouldn't surprise me for some areas to hit 80 degrees, especially further west you go. As we go for the late evening overnight time frame, temperatures are going to be in the 60s, eventually 50s early in the day for your Thursday. Thursday's looking pretty dry as well. You're going to notice, though, clouds will continue to increase from southwest to northeast, and I think we are going to be expecting some cloudier times for your Thursday as well. Despite those clouds, temperatures will be warming up nicely for us. Check out that 7-day forecast. Temperatures, again, in the 70s, and then we are going to be watching for those bone chilly temperatures that will be dropping in for Halloween with highs only into the low 50s, but we'll have sunshine that will be in store. We got more News 40 Sunrise coming up after this.
What would Daniel Cameron's Medicaid plan mean for my patients?
He's threatening to take away health care coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians.
It's very scary that people are not going to have health coverage.
People will not be able to see their doctors. People will not be able to buy medicines.
Many rural hospitals will end up closing their doors.
Cameron is still following his pal, Matt Bevin.
I don't know why you do that.
I don't think Daniel Cameron understands what Kentuckians are going through.
And that is not acceptable for a governor.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas, my favorite time.
Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
J.C. Kirby & Son Funeral Chapels, when a person comes in and does their prearrangement, I can see it over the years that I've worked in this, how much it eases the family's minds. If you have 4 people, they have 4 different ideas of what they want. This settles that to where they say if that's what mom wanted, that's what dad wanted. You can see the relief on a lot of families' faces because all you do is say, what time do you want the funeral? What time do you want the visitation? And they can spend more time with their family members and friends in the grieving process. It just really takes a lot of burden off your family.
Everyone loves more of a good thing.
And more.
And Miss Moore was no different. As her name suggested, she loved more.
More?
More.
So when Miss Moore was injured, she called Morgan & Morgan. With more lawyers, more offices, and more than $15 billion recovered, she didn't have to ask for more anymore. When you're injured, you deserve more.
One more.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Sundays are for football. WNKY 40 is your go-to for the NFL. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40.
Facebook and Instagram parent company Meta has been sued by dozens of states claiming the social media platforms are designed to be addictive to children and teens in order to boost profits. The lawsuit also alleges that Meta routinely collects data on children under 13 without their parents' consent, violating federal law. In an emailed statement, Meta said it's disappointed with the filing and that it's introduced more than 30 tools to support teens and their families. U.S. health officials say a salmonella outbreak linked to bagged pre-cut onions has gotten 73 people sick across 22 states. 15 were hospitalized. California-based Gill's Onions has recalled packages of its diced onions and other pre-cut vegetable mixes that have an August 23rd use-by date. The products are no longer in stores, but health officials say those who may still have them should not eat, sell, or serve them. And the price of Halloween candy is getting downright scary. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, candy prices are up 7.5% compared to last year. The National Retail Federation says Americans are expected to spend $3.6 billion on Halloween candy this year. That's about $32 per person on average. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Jared Hill.
Many working Americans are or will soon be choosing their employer-provided health plan during open enrollment. But locking in affordable health care may be tough to do as premiums start to soar. Some families are facing hundreds of dollars more out of pocket for the same coverage they had before. Laura Aguirre has more on what to consider when making your health plan selection.
The cost of family health insurance is basically the cost of a new car, a new small car, but still a new car.
Matthew Ray co-authored KFF's recent survey on employer health benefits. He says the average annual family plan now costs nearly $24,000, and workers are paying more for their share after their companies foot the rest of the bill.
So to enroll a family of four, on average, you're paying about $6,500. Workers at smaller firms are paying more than $12,000.
Those price points represent an average increase of around $500. For single coverage, the tab for employees is about $1,400 a year, a $75 bump. But Ray does have some pointers on choosing a healthcare plan going forward.
If you anticipate having health needs, if you have chronic health conditions, then you may want to have a plan with lower cost sharing. That's lower deductibles, copays, and coinsurances. Alternatively, if you're relatively healthy, you may want to pay less money up front, and you may want to go for a plan that has a lower premium contribution.
There's also the annual out-of-pocket maximum. And once that's met, most plans cover services 100% for the rest of the year.
If you think you're going to have a big expense of the year with multiple services, then an out-of-pocket maximum will kind of protect you from having huge expenses.
And protection from huge expenses is one choice everyone would like to make. For Consumer Watch, I'm Laura Aguirre.
Today's Furcast features Tanner, and Tanner says it's not a rough day at all. It is Wednesday. We are rolling halfway through the work week, and temperatures are starting off right around 60 degrees out there. It's a mild start to the morning with a mix of a few clouds out there. Temperatures right now generally sitting right around 60 degrees. It's 56, though, in Glasgow, and winds are flowing in from the south, generally a modest breeze out there. We're seeing some showers. Not a lot of this probably making it down to the ground, though, towards the Ohio River. We have lots of dry air that is in place, and really the majority of the rain has been situated towards our north and our west. It's all moving around a ridge pattern that will eventually break up, though, as we go later into this week. And what that means for us is that we'll eventually see some rain chances arrive, but in the meantime, it's going to be pretty nice. Still tracking spectacular weather over the next few days, and today temperatures are expected to warm up into the 70s. Hey, don't go anywhere. News 40 Sunrise continues after this commercial break.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all six for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
The nursing home was supposed to keep your loved ones safe. No exceptions. Even in extreme circumstances, the basic standards must be met. No excuses. Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, get Hughes and Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. The safety of your loved one is all that matters.
Why didn't we do this last year?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta? Remember the pain, canceled plans, the worry?
That was then. And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making 0 migraine days possible. It's the only pill of its kind that blocks CGRP and is approved to prevent migraine of any frequency, to help give you that forget you get migraine feeling.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
Been in a car or semi-truck accident? Be prepared to take on big insurance. At Flora, Templeton Stewart, we've been fighting for the rights of our injured clients for over 47 years, with results like $1.2 million, $1.7 million, and even $2.8 million for our injured clients. In an accident, call us 24/7 so we can get our team to work for you.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
Welcome back. You're watching News 40 Sunrise on this Wednesday morning. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack, continuing to track spectacular weather across the region, but some changes drop in on the 7-day forecast. I'll tell you more about those changes in your News 40 Weather Authority full forecast. The time is about 6:28, and it's time to take another look at top stories.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Tommy Modesto. Let's start off with our top stories. A male juvenile is facing several charges after Franklin police say he was on the Franklin Simpson High School campus with a gun. Franklin police say they got a call around 2 p.m. that a Hispanic male wearing khakis and a red hat was carrying a gun outside of the school. The high school and middle schools were both placed on lockdown as a precaution. The suspect was later found on Cherry Street with the weapon and taken into custody. Officers performed a walkthrough in both of the schools and the West Campus before lifting that lockdown. An increased police presence was also seen during dismissal. The juvenile is facing charges of possession of a weapon on school property, possession of marijuana, and criminal trespassing. And staying in Simpson County, big developments are now on the way there. Governor Andy Beshear announced a multi-million-dollar tourism project is bringing a new entertainment destination to Simpson County. The $33.8 million project will fund the construction of the Dine and Play Social House. This will not only create 163 new jobs, but also a family-friendly entertainment spot. Along with a new hotel, families can look forward to a new bowling alley, an arcade, mini golf, axe throwing, as well as a rentable event space and a new restaurant. The complex is expected to be complete by 2026. And fans of the Franklin staple Frosty Freeze, you're going to want to listen up. There's now a new location in Bowling Green right across from Mitch McConnell Park. Right now, the small business is operating out of a food truck and only running 10 to 2 every single day, but there are plans to eventually bring a night-side service until 8 p.m. The restaurant is one of the first to move into the area that is supposed to soon be developed after recently being rezoned.
I love what the city's committed to do across the street with the bridge and the future park for the improvements and the parking spaces that are coming across the street here. They've done a great job cleaning up this side of town.
Frosty Freeze is currently serving a smaller menu than at the parent location in Franklin, with hopes to bring a full menu if interest in the business continues. And I want to turn now to a local organization that helps people get back on their feet. If you're looking to have some fun, all for a great cause, the Room in the Inn is working to organize their 3rd annual Bingo Night fundraiser. The event started back in 2020 to help raise money for the nonprofit that works to help keep people off the streets. Tickets are currently live on their website, roomintheinnbg.org. One of the board members we spoke to encourages everyone to come out to the Charleston in Bowling Green on November 5th for the event.
And it's just a fun night, and everybody loves it. It's super laid back, casual attire, and we just hang out, play bingo, eat, drink, and be merry.
Again, tickets are available on Room in the Inn's website, and the date to save is November 5th at the Charleston, starting at 5 p.m. And now, as we look at your top stories, it's now time for your Pet of the Day.
It's time for Pet of the Day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. Today I have Fairy. She is 3 months old. She obviously loves being held, and she was a stray. If you would like to adopt Fairy, come down to the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society.
Oh, we'll look at Fairy Meowsers. She is just such a cutie pie.
I love
just
the cat.
So
I love the colors on this cat.
Yes, just so pretty. Maybe a calico mix or
maybe. Well, as an individual with red-orange hair, I always like to see red and orange hair on other individuals too. So, but Fairy is absolutely adorable. If you're looking for a brand new cat to take home today, be sure to adopt Fairy today from the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society.
And coming up after the break, I'm going to help you plan out your day the News 40 way. Don't go anywhere.
It's time, y'all. It's a new season for my new home in NYC.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Call us at Hughes & Coleman for a free consultation. If your loved one suffered a serious injury or untimely death while in a nursing home, get Hughes and Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. Standing up for your loved ones is what matters now.
Superior dentistry comes standard at Chandler Park Dental Care. We're dedicated to providing you and your family with the highest standard of care. Give us a call to set up an appointment today and experience superior dentistry at Chandler Park Dental Care.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way. It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well. It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
I jumped through time and space to save you.
I'm not giving up. I will make it home. Edison, I can't get over you.
Quantum Leap, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
You're doing a great job filling in for Iggy. It's the worst that could happen. Oh, boy. Tell me you're not live tweeting our death.
Magnum PI, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at those temperatures right now. Temperatures are generally right around 60 degrees out there, and we also have those numbers as far as those winds go, flowing in from the south. It's a modest breeze around the 5-mile-an-hour range. Radar pretty dry and quiet across the area. Noticing areas towards the north and west, they're seeing some showers there, and this is all moving again around a ridge pattern that will eventually break apart and bring us some rain chances, at least by the weekend. But in the meantime, I'm still continuing to track spectacular weather across the area. Temperatures are going to be into the 70s already by 11 a.m. and then we're going to be deep into the 70s as we go throughout this afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. We'll have a few times during the day where there'll be more cloudy times, especially by later into this afternoon and evening. We'll watch those clouds increase into your Thursday as well. But in the meantime, temperatures again well into the 70s, upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. I'll have your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few, but for now, I'll send it over to Mr. Tommy Modesto.
Thank you, Darius. It is now time for your Wednesday edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And with me in studio today is Cindy Crocker, here to share all the great details on the upcoming Rockin' Trick or Treat. Good morning, Cindy. How you doing?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And we were just mentioning, I can't believe that next Tuesday is Halloween. So now is the time to get out there and get all the candy that you possibly can. You guys have a great event coming up.
Tomorrow night at the Bowling Green Ballpark is Rockin' Trick or Treat. It's our 7th annual Rockin' Trick or Treat that we do with D93. It's free, it's open to the public, and our doors open at 4:30.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and we were just talking around 50 businesses and nonprofits are going to be there just handing out candy to everybody, right?
That's right, and you know, we asked them to sort of describe the booths and the things they're bringing. We were out there yesterday trying to lay it all out, and not only did they bring candy, they bring characters in costume. Last year there was a petting zoo. There's ATVs coming out. The Disney princesses will be there. Last year Elmo was there. So it's just such a great fun event for the kids. I mean, it's just, they get so excited when they see all these fun characters out there.
It sounds like just everybody is going to be there, just everybody you can imagine. But you know, this is definitely a safer option, I guess you could say, because you're not really out in the streets, no cars you really have to worry about. It's just walking around the stadium with your kids getting some candy.
It is absolutely a wonderful location for this. You know, there's a parking garage right next to the ballpark, so people don't have to wonder where they're going to park or pay to park. The ballpark itself is a great space, and it's a very inclusive space. It's one reason we like doing it there, because, and there's bathrooms. You know, I raised 3 kids, so you're gonna take your kids out trick-or-treating for a couple hours. It's really nice to have bathrooms, but you know, kids come in wagons, and it's accessible to wheelchairs and strollers, and there's it's covered. I don't think we're expecting rain tomorrow night. I'm listening for your weather guy here, but I don't think so. But even if we had a little mist or something, it is on that tarmac around the ballpark, so all the booths are undercover.
And this is free for everybody to show up again, right?
It is. Like you said, we have 50 local businesses and community groups out there handing out candy and making this possible to have a great free event for all these kids.
It just sounds like a ton of fun. Again, I can't believe Halloween is already here. This is such a fantastic event. All right, Cindy, before we go, real quick, the when, the where, and where people can go for more information.
Okay, the Bowling Green Ballpark. Gates open at 4:30, probably close around 7:30. You can go to crockerfirm.com or the D93 site and get any of the other details that you might need.
All right, fantastic. Cindy, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. That was a look at this morning's Sunrise Spotlight. When we return, Darius Mack will have another check of your forecast. Don't go anywhere.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Is your search for a new home on hold because of high interest rates and high monthly payments? Jago Homes has your solution with a low 4.99 fixed interest rate and no energy bills for 2 years. You'll enjoy open, spacious living. Your new home is protected with a 210 warranty and backed by our full-time service department. Learn why a new Jago home is more affordable than you think at jagohomes.com, because life is too precious to be put on hold.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas, my favorite time.
Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing the new Zumo Stream Box from Spectrum. Now, you can watch your favorites, including live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular apps all in one place. Find what you want faster and easier than ever with our advanced search feature. It's streaming simplified. Get the new Zumo Stream Box free for 12 months when you add Spectrum TV. Visit spectrum.com/Zumo or a Spectrum store today.
Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays every week at Tidball's parking lot. This week features Big Al's Chicken. To benefit CASA of South Central Kentucky, see the full lineup at WNKY.com. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
It's 6:40 on News 40 Sunrise. Another full check of your forecast brought to you by Deborah Bros, attorneys at law. I'm meteorologist Darius Mack. We take a look at radar. It's a clean sweep, at least locally in the Bowling Green area. Places north and along the Ohio River, you're seeing some showers there. And this is all associated with a ridge pattern. And what you'll notice this week is that we'll generally see a lot of rain towards our north and towards our west. A lot of this rain really not going to make it here probably until this weekend. And that's because we are still, again, locked under this ridge pattern that's kind of just blocking those rain chances for us for now, at least. Temperatures into the 60s generally across the area, even some upper 50s out there. 56 there into Barron County, 59 there into Metcalfe County. Gamelia sitting at 57 degrees. Dew points into the 40s, so it is dry out there. As far as those winds are concerned, we got those winds generally flowing in from the south. It's a modest breeze, sustained right around the 5, maybe 10, 11 mile an hour range. Big picture showing big time winter storm there into Montana, bringing several inches of snow even towards North Dakota. And then again, still seeing those showers and storms west and north of the area. Again, this is all associated with that that ridge pattern. What we have is those showers and storms riding along that ridge, but as this ridge starts to break up and work its way further east, you're going to notice those rain chances will increase from west to east, and so we're going to be watching for those rain chances, I think, late week and especially into the weekend. Latest on the fall foliage map, Explore Fall, showing that some areas are starting to see color. I think areas, especially along the Cumberland Parkway, you're going to notice those trees, I hear, just giving out some very vibrant colors out there. High temperature trends as we go over the next stretch of days. We are going to stay pretty warm as we go over the next few days, and then I am going to be expecting that cool down dropping in as that ridge pattern breaks up for us. And that will be bringing us some scattered rain and also dropping those temperatures. In fact, it looks like it could be a bone chilly Halloween. Here's your futurecast as we go throughout the day today. Clouds around, mix of sun and clouds. There'll be some times it will be cloudy than others, but otherwise it's going to remain pretty dry today. Temperatures into the 50s. We're going to remain pretty mild overnight tonight and early into your Thursday. On your Thursday, you're going to notice more clouds starting to filter in, and I think we should expect mostly cloudy skies out there. But despite those clouds, temperatures again will be pretty warm throughout the afternoon. Could there be an occasional sprinkle or two? Can't entirely rule that out, but we still have that dry air that's in place. So I really think our best rain chance won't really arrive probably until about the weekend, especially late weekend and into early next week. Check out your 7-day forecast with your weekend always in view. Upper 70s today, upper 70s Thursday, Friday. We're going to be throwing in that slight rain chance. Best chance late Friday into Saturday. And then we're going to hold on to those rain chances Sunday and into Monday with that cold front dropping in. Between Sunday and Monday, a high of 74 Sunday, a high of 59 on Monday, and then we are going to be tracking some bone chilly temperatures. You got that skeleton there doing the little dance there on your Tuesday. Temperatures are into the 50s for highs. We got mainly sunny skies. Temperatures for overnight lows. Yeah, we're going to be in the 60s and then dropping down to the 30s by Monday night. Now it's time to wish our friends happy birthday in today's Soki's Birthday Club.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
No dairy, no problem. Rooster's got you. Our delicious oat milk ice cream is a vegan treat you don't want to miss. It's a dreamy delight that'll please the whole gang. Try it in a cone or a shake and treat yourself at Rooster's today.
You think life is short? Football is short. The regular season's just 18 weeks. That's it. So cherish every over and under before it's over on FanDuel. With live betting on every NFL game. Because before you know it, a cold night at the Buffalo Bills game will just be a cold night in Buffalo.
Bet $5 to get $200 back in bonus bets and get a profit boost every single day. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Everyone loves more of a good thing.
And more.
And Miss Moore was no different. As her name suggested, she loved more.
More?
So when Miss Moore was injured, she called Morgan & Morgan. With more lawyers, more offices, and more than $15 billion recovered, she didn't have to ask for more anymore. When you're injured, you deserve more.
One more?
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
It's time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40 because local matters.
Saturdays are for football. WNKY 40 is your college football headquarters. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Welcome into sports. We start at Houchins Smith Stadium last night. WKU took on
Liberty in their second straight Tuesday matchup. The Tops fell to the Flames 42-29. Austin Breed finished with 4 touchdown passes, 1 interception, and 365 passing yards. Malachi Corley totaled 62 receiving yards on 6 receptions and 2 touchdowns. With the victory, Liberty clinches a Conference USA championship spot. WKU moves to 4-4 on the season with a 2-2 record in conference play. This is the final regular season midweek game of the year. Their next matchup, it will be next Saturday when they visit UTEP for a showdown in El Paso at 8 p.m. To the WKU soccer complex now, as the Tops are coming off a massive victory over Liberty this past weekend. After the Tops performance, Katie Irwin was named the Conference USA Offensive Player of the Week. Irwin scored the game-winning goal for WKU. Tops are set to close out the regular season this Friday. The first round of the 4th Region Volleyball Tournament continued last night at Barron County High School. In the first game, the Warren East Lady Raiders took down Franklin Simpson in 3 sets. And the second one, more of the same. Greenwood Lady Gators taking down Russell County in 3 sets. Semifinals will be taking place tonight, starting at 5:30 p.m. Well, that's a look at sports. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Maxwell. Well, we are just a few days away from every candy lover's favorite holiday, but we want to make sure everyone is staying safe. News 40 reporter Michael Ridgway has more on this story.
With Halloween less than a week away, there are some things people need to be aware of. One of the main things, traffic. Lawyers say try to remember it's Halloween.
And that may sound silly, but I know when I get in the car after work, automation kicks in, just habit kicks in. I'm home before I even think about it. So I can see people on Halloween getting in their cars and take off home, and before they even think about Halloween, all of a sudden maybe there's a kid in the road and they've forgotten.
Coleman also said for parents to remain on high alert when walking with their children as well, staying between them and the road.
When you're out there, it's just about paying attention. Don't get sidetracked, talking to the other parents and lose sight, because it only takes, a moment for a child to get hit. So be a defensive parent. I think that's the way all parents start out.
There's also concern for homeowners. Unbeknownst to some, you have a legal obligation to keep your property safe for those who are not trespassing. If not careful, you could end up in a sticky situation.
If you've got a loose brick, and you've been meaning to get to it and you don't get to it and somebody steps on it and falls and hurts themselves, then they could be, you could be responsible. I would also tell homeowners, watch your pets.
And then there's the risk that every parent is wary of, your kids and their candy.
There was a study which was done in 2020, which said the average American children eat like around 7,000 calories, that is 3 cups of candies during Halloween. One thing what we can do behaviorally is we can model that as parents. We can teach them hey, let's do some portion control. Let's sit and work together on the amount of candies we eat.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Michael Ridgway, WNKY News 40.
When we come back, we'll see how some members of the community are raising awareness for an important cause. Plus, meteorologist Darius Mack will have another check of your forecast. Don't go anywhere.
WNKY News 40 is helping find forever homes for shelter pets. Watch Pet of the Day on News 40 Sunrise and News 40 at noon to meet your new best friend. Pet of the Day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman.
Get a little spooky at the inaugural Pumpkin 5K Run and Walk, October 28th at Buchanan Park. Come out and enjoy character meet and greets, bouncy houses, food trucks, and cheer runners on. For more info, visit warrenpl.org.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
During the COVID pandemic, I fought against Washington's unconstitutional assault on our rights. In Kentucky, Daniel Cameron did the same. When Andy Beshear shut down our places of worship, Cameron led the fight to reopen churches, taking Governor Beshear to court, and Cameron won and ensured that you had the right to worship freely. That's why I'm voting for Daniel Cameron, because no matter the fight, Cameron will safeguard your rights.
Protect Freedom PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I would describe myself as a fighter. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 30 years, my fights have been against giants. I fight the powerful for the powerless, and our results speak for themselves. We have recovered billions and billions and billions of dollars for our clients. $1.2 billion in one case alone. I risk my own money in case costs fighting these wrongdoers. If you want a fighter, you can count on me. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Most of you knew October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and what you may not know is how a few members of our community are raising awareness for this deadly disease. News 40's Noah Faber got to see this unique approach firsthand. Take a look.
At Charter Senior Living in Bowling Green, a unique way to celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month is on display. However, it's not what you might think.
Bras for a Cause was an initiative that came from our charter corporate offices that all of our 45 or so charters does every year, and I think this is the third year. And the purpose of it is just to raise awareness for breast cancer research.
One resident survived 2 different occurrences of breast cancer and says she's grateful to be alive.
I had cancer 20 years ago. They did a lumpectomy and radiation, and I thought I was fine, and then it came back 2 years ago. I know what it is to have cancer, and I feel lucky that I survived both times because so many people don't.
Another survivor mentions how getting a mammogram was the best choice she could have made.
I am a cancer survivor, breast cancer survivor, 25 years. My mammogram saved my life. I had an early, kept my checkups, and it saved my life.
It's important to remember to check yourself for lumps and any signs of breast cancer. Take it from one final survivor.
I had one breast removed. 30 years later, I had the other one removed. For years, I did that. And the first one, I did this one morning, and I thought something's not right. It was as big as an egg. That was on Saturday, and on Tuesday, I was in surgery.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Noah Faber, WNKY News 40.
It's pretty mild out there with temperatures right around 60 degrees. We take a look at the weather view across the region, specifically at the WKY farm this morning. You're noticing clouds that are overhead. We'll have some cloudy times, and then we'll also have some periods of sunshine throughout the day as well. Right now it's 60 degrees in Bowling Green, 58 there into Simpson County, 59 in Russellville. And those winds are flowing in from the south, just a modest breeze right on the 5 to 10 mile an hour range. Here's radar. You're seeing showers drifting north and west of the Western Kentucky Parkway there, but a lot of that likely not making it down to the ground due to the dry air that we do have in place. But areas, especially towards our north and our west, say towards Oklahoma and Texas there, definitely seeing rain, and they've been dealing with rain pretty much for most of the week. Planning by the hour, temperatures into the upper 70s today. We're wrapping up News 40 Sunrise after this.
My brother Tim was paralyzed at Disney World. We got to see what happens when you're poor and you got a big injury, and we ended up hiring the wrong lawyer. When I see these clients in my lobby, I see my brother Tim, and I don't want him or them to ever have that kind of representation. I want them to have their best chance of winning and the best chance to put their life back together the best way they can.
As Kentucky families struggled, Joe Biden brags.
Bidenomics is working.
Andy Beshear agrees. Beshear backed Biden's disastrous economic policies. Now he's endorsing Biden for re-election.
This president delivered.
For Andy Beshear, he did, giving $250,000 to fund his agenda.
I want to thank the president.
Beshear's with Biden. Trump backs Daniel Cameron. If you stand with Trump, vote Cameron for governor. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this ad.
Been in a car or semi-truck accident? Be prepared to take on big insurance. At Flora, Tappan & Stewart, we've been fighting for the rights of our injured clients for over 47 years, with results like $1.2 million, $1.7 million, and even $2.8 million for our injured clients. In an accident? Call us 24/7 so we can get our team to work for you.
Hi, I'm Alex with the band Whitmore. For some futuristic karma.
Catch us this week on Marquee Backstage.
Name a food you might make edible underwear out of.
Salmon. Teriyaki.
Sharing the fun. Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40. Bowling Green, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
All right, Darius, we were just talking. Halloween is literally less than a week away. It's
less
next
than a week
Tuesday.
away.
I cannot believe that. This year has flown by, A, and B, where did October go?
Where did October go? And then, you know, the next thing you're going to know, Tommy, it's going to be Christmas.
I know.
So
Well,
like,
hold on. There's a holiday in between Halloween and Christmas.
There is
it's called Thanksgiving.
Yes, but it's just like the snap of a finger.
No, okay, I got to ask you this question. Are you the kind of individual that decorates for Christmas on November 1st, or do you wait for Thanksgiving?
Well, I'm not the type of person, but I know a lot of people that are probably already decorating right now.
My girlfriend wants to decorate right now, and I won't she has to wait until November 1st. Personally, I think that you wait until after Thanksgiving, because that's still a whole month of Christmas decoration.
I usually when I'm with my family on Thanksgiving, I already see the Christmas tree up, so it's, you know.
Yeah, I can. You see, there's one thing putting up a Christmas tree, and it's another thing like going all out. Although I love the all out, like I don't think I could do that before Thanksgiving. It just seems like a lot, and also there's Thanksgiving.
There is Thanksgiving, but you know, it's always great just having a whole month of holidays.
That is true. I love this time of the year, and I feel like Halloween is what marks the holiday season, at least the beginning, because you got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then New Year's, and then that's kind of it.
Yeah,
that's kind of
pretty
it.
much,
and then you kind of begin the whole cycle again. But like I said, I'm excited for all these events coming up for Halloween. I mean, we got tons of trunk or treats, tons of trick or treats, especially one going on at the ballpark tomorrow. And you know, and I'm sure people are going to be going trick or treat on Halloween. It just not great that it's on a Tuesday, a school night.
On a Tuesday.
Unfortunately for
Everything
some
has been on a Tuesday lately, Tommy.
I know. I know. Even the Toppers playing, unfortunately, couldn't get the win last night. But you know, I know they tried, and it was a good game. But you know, this upcoming week, are we going to see some good weather?
We are going to see some good weather this week. This weekend, however, we are going to be watching for rain and a cool down, a big time cool down. You could say bone chilly on Halloween there, with temperatures into the 50s for highs. But it will be sunny on Halloween. But yeah, we got those rain chances at least the weekend through Monday. It will be a chilly morning on Tuesday as well.
All right, well, thank you, Darius. And thank you all for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow at 6 a.m. But don't go anywhere. Your network news is coming up next.